The new Marvel rival heroes revealed are definitely the best so far. Probably because I'm biased, but they teased one of the most requested heroes so far, and the one I've wanted to see more than anyone else, Nightcrawler, my favorite member of the X-Men. What to do, Durag Nation? Today we're breaking down everything you need to know about the new heroes just teased, and I'll tell you how to claim a free Marvel Rivals costume bundle starting this month for one of the coolest costumes Rivals has put out so far. First, Hulk smash the hype button so YouTube shares the good vibes, and let's get it. I know you like free stuff, let's start with that. PlayStation is once again hooking us up with a new Marvel Rivals costume bundle. Right now, PlayStation Plus subscribers can claim the new Q1 PS Plus pack for the Venom Space Knight costume bundle. Just go to the PlayStation Store or scroll down on your Marvel Rivals app to claim it for no additional charge. The bundle includes the costume, MVP animation, spray, as well as a generous 300 Chrono Tokens you can use on your Marvel Rivals Battle Pass. My PS Plus membership continues to pay for itself. Now for the most exciting update. Marvel Rivals and Marvel Games executive producer Danny has been feeding the community over the past month by teasing 4 new heroes every Friday and collecting feedback from the fans on who they want to see most. The polls are important since they plan new heroes 1 year in advance. This is similar to the poll the devs did on the official Marvel Rivals Discord before the game came out, which has resulted in them adding 4 new heroes so far from that list, with the second place Deadpool releasing back in January, and the first place Ghost Rider being teased for a release later this year as well, based on the direction of the current Marvel Rivals lore involving Doctor Doom and Mephisto. The first 4 heroes he teased were members of the Eternals, but he's included some fan favorites and deep cuts like Bishop, Nico from the Runaways, Blue Marvel, and the iconic Spider-Man villain Green Goblin. This past Friday's theme of new heroes were Marvel characters with blue skin. In 4th place was another X-Men character, but sadly not the one with the blue fur. Hopefully we get Beast at some point. But Japheth is still pretty cool, and I like the Afrikaans representation. He's a mutant from South Africa that was misdiagnosed with cancer, who then left his village to avoid being a burden on his family. Just when he'd given up on life and was prepared to let the desert take him, he was saved by Magneto, who learned the boy had sentient slugs living inside of him that Japheth nicknamed Eenie and Meenie. Since the slugs are his digestive system, he's unable to eat, but when he summons them, they can eat pretty much anything, and they transfer all the energy back to him, which is how he survives, but it also gives him super strength, durability, speed, healing, and after a power upgrade, the ability to grow into a giant. He can communicate with the slugs telepathically, which also blocks other psychics from entering his own mind. He can even track people and use psychometry to look at an area and read past events. Because Japheth can't share his slugs, he would function in Marvel Rivals as either a Duelist or Vanguard, and I'd love to see heroes in Rivals that can grow or shrink, which is an ability they tested in Times Square with the Ant-Man burgers. In 3rd place is someone for Guardians of the Galaxy fans, Nebula. For those that didn't watch the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, Nebula was one of the 2 girls Thanos adopted as his daughters while conquering worlds, the other of course being Gamora. Because Thanos favored Gamora, this led to Nebula hating her sister. How Nebula became a cyborg though was definitely very different compared to the movies. In the comics, she claimed the Infinity Gauntlet briefly and used it to restore her body after Thanos destroyed it. The power drove her insane, so a member of her crew had the mysterious Dr. Manibus fix her mind and body by turning her into a cyborg. Nebula now has enhanced strength, durability, can survive in deep space without a suit, and has a bionic arm that would make Bucky jealous due to the wide variety of weapons she's hiding in there. I feel like Nebula would definitely be a duelist, similar to Winter Soldier, using her arm's weapons to poke, but she'd also have strong melee as well. 2nd place is the lovely Mystique, who was typically a villain of the X-Men, but an ally in the fight to save mutant kind. Raven is a mutant with the power to shapeshift into anyone that went on to become one of Magneto's best soldiers in his Brotherhood of Mutants. At first, Mystique had the ability to shapeshift perfectly into any human or semi-human figure, but couldn't use the powers of mutants she transformed into like Morph, so she was mainly a stealth-based fighter. But after several power enhancements, including radiation and resurrection from the hand, she can copy animals and their attributes and turn her body into virtually anything, including liquid. She also demonstrated that she can copy mutant powers when she got temporarily boosted by Fabian Cortez and used the abilities of Magneto, Juggernaut, and Cable. In Rivals, I feel like she would definitely be a duelist and could be broken depending on how they decide to treat her powers of shapeshifting. If she can basically use Loki's ultimate as a cooldown, she'd be the most broken character in the entire game. I could also see them making it so you have no idea which is your teammate and which is the enemy Mystique. She is also the mother of the hero in first place, Nightcrawler. Kurt is my favorite member of the X-Men and the character I've been begging to be added to the roster. He was also on that first Discord poll by the devs and placed pretty high, so I'm confident he'll be on the roster at some point. His teleportation powers work by moving himself through the Brimstone dimension, an alternate realm connected to all points on Earth, known only to a demonic and angelic race of mutants called Nyaphim and Sheraphim, who have been at war with each other. Nightcrawler typically only teleports to places he can see directly, has been to before, or is very familiar with the layout of to avoid getting stuck inside walls. He's also a master acrobat and a skilled fighter both in hand-to-hand combat and with the swords. Kurt can also stick to walls and has a camouflage skill. I've heard some suggest he could be a strategist that heals with the smoke from the Brimstone dimension, but he seems like a clear-cut duelist. Potentially Spider-Man, but 100 times better. Instant teleporting on top of enemy healers, comboing and getting out, or straight up being able to grab the enemy and teleport them off the map or drop them off with your own team. He would instantly be the best dive character ever, and I would insta-lock him every game. What do you think of the teased heroes so far, and who do you want to see added? Rivals also isn't the only superhero game that's cooking. We've got 13 new games from Marvel, DC, and more to look forward to in 2026 and beyond that I broke down for you. Click the video on screen to learn more. And a huge shout out to everyone supporting me on Patreon. Join for free so you never miss an update.